tell your black mama you hate her, she gonna agree with you. Nigga, I hate you too. Now go in that room and hate cleaning it up. Go in that kitchen and hate them dishes. And after you finish, get out of my house, because you got to hate this too, this belong to me. They make you clean up first. My mama was hell. Hey, my mama in here, y'all give my mama a hand. Boy, let me tell you about my mama. Hold on. This ain't even part of the show. My mama, boy, you couldn't ask her to help with your homework. My mama would help with our homework. We get to school, we got everything wrong. And then we get a beating when we get home. Ma, you did the homework. This ain't right. And I got mad and cut the teacher out, because the teacher, whoever helped me with this, need to go back to school. And talk about my mama, Miss. I love being a dad. I done had kids for a long time, but I just became a dad last year. All these niggas in here laughing like they don't understand what I'm talking about. Y'all know the whole time y'all wasn't nobody daddy. I had 6 kids at the house and wasn't nobody daddy. I just became a dad last year. I had to prove it to my wife, of course. We got to prove stuff to women. You just can't go up at a woman and just ain't go prove yourself. I'm the daddy. Prove it. I'm your husband. Prove it. Spend some time with us. They want you to spend time, boy. They want you to do stuff that other men do that ain't got nobody. They got. Spend time with the kids. I got 6 jobs. I'm trying to pay bills. I barely got money because I'm paying bills. But you only spend time. I don't got it. I don't got time. I'll tell you what I got. The time I got is the time that you don't want. The time I got is the time you don't want. I got 10 minutes. 5 minutes we discussing what's about to happen. The other 3 minutes, we trying to get it together. The last 2 is over. Y'all ain't got that time though. One thing make me mad about women. One thing make me mad about women. They have time for everything else. Let the homegirl call. Oh, we going to get something to eat. I mean, be tired when you get off. We sick of you tired women. Every time you get off from work, you tired. I'm tired too, but I just want a little booty before you go to sleep. It don't take but 5 minutes to get me right and put me to sleep. But you ain't got that time because you're sleepy. Then you got them big withdrawals on I was talking about earlier. With them big draws, you can't make them sexy. Big draws can be sexy. Y'all didn't know that. Big draws up your stomach, they can be sexy. Take one side and pull up in your butt a little bit. If you think that ain't sexy, it don't take much to please us. It don't take much to please no man. A woman, God gave y'all eyebrows. Y'all replaced them. Y'all cut them and put a mark on your head. God gave you eyelashes. You add 20 inches to them. God gave you hair. And you put a 17-inch wig on. You put cornrows in your hair and put hair over your hair. I'm not talking about you, sister. My sister red hair go to her butt. And she'd rather put it in a little ponytail. And now I understand the women, they got the ponytail like the whisk broom. I understand that. But it's hard to please, it's easy to please a man. You come home, and, You with, okay, white folk, y'all want to talk to me? Well, you come home. Women, come home. Take all your clothes off. You just lay in the bed. You ain't got to move. All you got to do is be looking, all you got to do is be laying there with your face in the pillow. We on the way. We pleased, but not y'all. I'm like big girl. Big girl's good to me. I love big girls. Before I met you, baby, every woman I had was 300 plus. Say what? A big woman will do the things that you really want her to do. You can tell a big one, baby, I'm going to the moon tonight, I'll be back tomorrow. Okay, baby, go ahead, be careful. She ain't looking for you. She'll tell the homegirl that. The homegirl will call, hey, how you doing? Where your man at? Oh, he went to the moon. He'll be back tomorrow. But big girl's easy to please. Big girl's easy to please. Big girl, man, you get home from work, get to the mailbox, you can smell the food from the mailbox. You know what she done cooked. From the mailbox, you can smell the cornbread, the fried chicken, the green bean. You can smell it all. Get with one of these frail women, have sick looking. Taking these dietary tablets. Get with a sick looking woman. As soon as you open the door, what we eating? Can you cash at me $10 I'm going to Subway? I'm sick and tired of that. That's why I told my wife she had to gain a little bit of weight. She was too little. Her little arms were looking poor. But I volunteer at my kids' school, man. You know, we got a family now. I got a family now, man. I got 6 kids, ranging from 19 to 2. I love all of them except for a couple of them. Men tell the truth. Women swear they love everything, everybody in there. Oh, come on, baby. But I volunteer at my kids' school up there at North Springs. And I do the road work. In the morning, in the middle of the road, it'd be cold, you have all the clothes. A crossing guard, there you go. I do the crossing guard thing. I point, wave. Leon Lott passed me one morning, turn around, turn the lights on. Leon Lott said, nigga, how you learn that? I said, first of all, I ain't your nigga. Secondly, my mama taught me that. How your mama taught you how to be a crossing guard? How many of y'all mamas had to talk to you to tell you what to do? Yeah. How many of y'all mamas had to talk to you to tell you the place you need to be in? I'm gonna ask y'all, I'm gonna test y'all out here right now. Why don't you sit your... It's a clean show and you like it. But all my mama had to do was point. All my sisters and brothers sitting over here. All my mom had to do was point. What that meant? Get out of here. Your mama look at you. Bring yours over here. Everybody know this one. Come in. Sit your tail down. That was her. You had to listen. Because mama was crazy. Mama was by herself. Ain't many daddies was at you. How many of y'all had the daddies in the house? 6 people. 6 people had daddy in the house. That ain't enough. Well, raising kids, man, it get hectic. When I was a kid, I was nosy. I was a nosy kid. I used to listen to all the conversations going on in the house. I used to have to hear my mama, see what was on her mind, because sometimes my mama was going crazy. She was balling grits in the middle of the day for nothing, no sides or nothing. What's she balling grits for? See, you had to figure all this out. Because no, mama done threw a pot of rice at us. I'm telling you. You had to figure it out. So, my mom was giving my sister some advice one day. My sister sitting right here. They were sitting in the room. My mama said, you know what? I'm going to tell you the type of man you need. Now, my little man went to thinking, now, mama, my daddy wasn't no good. My sister daddy wasn't no good. How you gonna give my sister advice on somebody and these? I'm just playing. But she was telling my sister, you need you a man, number one, to love Christ. Amen? To my church people. You need a man to love kids. Amen? You need a man with a good credit score. No, I didn't have one. You need a man that got a real good job. You need a man that know how to make love real good. You better holler. The most important part of all this is make sure none of them men meet each other. Next subject. Talk about my uncle. How many had a crackhead in your family? Make some noise. Well, my uncle is a recovered drug dealer. He's a recovered drug dealer. He don't deal drugs no more. Hell, he smoke them now. Well, let me tell you, a crackhead is smart. A crackhead know how to beg without saying anything. You can go up to a store. The worst thing you can do is make eye contact with a crackhead. If you ever make eye contact, you gotta keep walking. When you see a crackhead, don't look his way. Because when you see a crackhead, you start shaking their head, yeah. They got a way of begging. So when you walking, keep straight. If you ever turn your head and look at a crackhead, it's finna get hot in here, y'all. I know that's right. Crackhead something else. Crackhead told me some good stuff. Y'all had a conversation with a crackhead? Crackhead make a lot of sense. Crackhead make a lot of sense. Them the people that can give you the advice you need. A crackhead told me one time. He said, a lot of people say that crack kills. He hit the dope and look at me. His mouth would twist to the left. A lot of people say crack kills, and he asked me a question that stuck with me the rest of my life. He said, nephew, have you ever been to a crackhead funeral? Think about it. Think about it. Make some noise if you've been to a crackhead funeral. Exactly. So I told him, I said, you know, when I get about 75 years old, my body go to breaking down and get sick. First thing I'm looking for, crack. Crack does not kill, it makes you look bad. Y'all acting like y'all ain't got no crackheads in y'all families. That's the truth. Crack don't kill. I'm telling you. It ain't killed nobody I know yet. I grew up around a lot of drug dealers. I grew up around a lot of drug dealing. Ain't nothing wrong with drug dealing. If that's what you got to do, that's what you got to do. Well, it is something wrong with drug dealing. Especially when I'm in the car with you. And I'm the only nigga with the license. I was a dummy because I needed a cheeseburger. I ain't always had everything. I ain't got everything now, but I remember riding the car with my cousins one time, man. My brother right here told me, boy, you better stay around them drug dealers. You going to jail, you better stay around them drug dealers. I said, I ain't worrying about it. I'm going to drive. I'll give me a double cheeseburger, I'm going to drive it. If I can give me something to eat, I'm driving this Cadillac. So the police pull us over. Right there in West Columbia. Anybody familiar with West Columbia? Look at West Columbia people right there. So proud. Police pull us over on a dirt road in West Columbia. Now you know if you're on a dirt road in West Columbia, you in the wrong place. Dirt roads in Peay and Swanson. And all that. You in the dirt road in West Columbia, you selling dope. Police pull us over. My cousin looked at me in the back seat. He said, hey, cuz I got a pocket full of dope. I need you to do me a favor. I need you to take this charge. You ain't got no charges. And tomorrow, you'll get out on a PR bond. I said, cuz, that's what's up. That's what's up. So I'm just sitting there, watching the police in the rearview mirror. I don't know what a PR bond is. I ain't never been to jail. So when the police got out the car, and came to the back of the car. He knocked on the back of the car a little bit scared. Cuz looked at me and said, cool, you get out tomorrow on a PR bond, I swear to God. This crack is yours. All right. See, that's what's up, cuz. So the police got to the window. I was so nervous, the police did this to me. I was looking for that knob. I forgot I had automatic windows. So I'm down there trying to find the knob. And I got an automatic window. I didn't know. I was nervous. So when I let the window down, police looked at me and said, license and registration, please, sir. I said, okay. As I'm digging for it, I said, Mr. Officer, I got a question. Hey, what's that? I said, what the hell is a PR bond? He said, son, why you ask? I said, because my cousin got a pocket full of crack. And he said, if he give me this crack, I get out tomorrow to PR. So when they lock us up, this is my first time going to jail. Anybody ever been to jail in here? Ain't no police here. The police out the door. How many of us have been to jail? One time or another. 4 times, 5, whatever. This is my first time going to jail. Now, for the ones that have been to jail, y'all got to understand something. Jail is different from out here. Y'all do believe that y'all need to. When I first got in there, I went to Orangeburg jail first. It was a Tuesday. I was at work. They sent me to Orangeburg jail. So I went in there. Police officer. Orangeburg, that's right. Police officer tell me, hey, is you comedian Jake Staley? What you doing in here? I come to visit. So me thinking to myself, okay, she know me, so maybe I can get out of here tonight and just follow up tomorrow. You have a small talk and you still go, listen, me and the lady had a 15-minute conversation about comedy. We sitting there laughing and talking and all, she took the cuffs off and everything. We sit there and talk, and I'm thinking, I said, let me use the phone, I'm gonna call my old lady. Don't get me out of here. Well, you gotta stay here tonight. So I stayed at Orangeburg, and I was asking to use the phone for 3 or 4 hours. Didn't know what I was getting myself into to use that phone. So when I finally used the phone, I didn't know the phone makes you cry. I didn't know that when you get on the phone, it makes you cry like it made me cry. I went back to a 6th grader. You know how to... My wife thought I was pulling a prank. And she gonna ask me the dumbest question anybody ever asked me before. Babe, you cry? I said, my son. So once I got out of there, Lexington County come pick me up. The police knew who I was again. So I told the police, look, I ate in 2 days. Because the food they gave me wasn't for us. There's no way that food was for people. I've never seen beans drowning in water. I've never seen that before. I didn't want that. So he took me to McDonald's and got me a McGriddle meal. Appreciate it. Took me on Lexington County. I talked so good. He said, I know Deuce Staley. I said, you know what? I got a chance now. I bleed. He gonna let me out of here. So we had to ride from Orangeburg all the way to Lexington County. He talking good and all that. Hey, cuffs, are you good? He looking at me, are you good? You need to loosen the cuffs? I mean, take them off. He said, you know what? This is against everything I do. But you know what? He pulled over and took the cuffs off me and let me drink my drink like I wanted to. Eat my McGriddle. I said, yeah, take them off. Yeah, I went to school with Deuce, and I know your cousin Sammy. Dang, he know everybody. Yeah, I knew your name sounded familiar. I said, well, man, I don't live far. You come to the house, and my wife will make you some, whatever you folks eat, she'll do it. So as we pulling into Lexington County Jail, he put the cuffs back on me so he wouldn't get in trouble, you know what I mean? Got booked in there. Got back there's phone booths set up, like old-timer phone booths just set up on the wall. And I watched 10 people go to that phone. I said, you know what, I ain't going to that phone. That phone did me bad in Orangeburg. I ain't going to that phone. That phone is a beast. So I had to build my nerves up. So one dude came in there all bad, big. I ain't gonna cry in here. My wife, I'm spending the night tonight. I like jail sometimes. Looking at this nigga like he crazy. He went over there and used that phone. He broke down, he slid down the wall like somebody shot him. He slid down the wall like somebody shot him in his chest. Come get me out this mother. I can't cook. Jail ain't the place to be. I had to spend the night in there that night in Lexington County. So they told me I'm going to B-Pod. Anybody familiar with B-Pod? Anybody? Told me I'm going to B-Pod. I said, you won't be around nobody with violent crimes. You won't be around nobody with no violent crime, you a soft criminal. Nigga called me a soft criminal. They try to make you feel better about going back there. So I went back there, grabbed my little mat, my little cup of sour. But you don't understand how bad you need that cover when you get back there in B-Part. You need that cover. Because they ain't got no heat. All they got is air conditioning. All jail got is air conditioning. The lady look at me, you ain't ate in 2 days. If you don't eat tonight, we'll put you on suicide watch. I say, well, you better get to watching there, because I ain't eating that food right there. I be butt naked in the rubber room, sitting there trembling. Paraplegic coming out there. So now I done met people. Anytime you go to jail, you're going to see somebody you know. I don't care where you go, what jail you go to, there's somebody in there that know you and you know them. I met 2 white boys that I knew on the street. White boy treat me like a king in there. Man, we going to go get your mat for you. Come on. And before I got back there, you know, I'm thinking of jail. I saw jail on TV. And when I went to see people in jail, man, it wasn't like that. You know, people crying and in jail, you know, they ain't got no shirt on, tattoos up and down their body, and they walking like this. Through the jail, you know what I'm saying? Fight break out anywhere. Somebody get stabbed. Nigga. Don't fall or nothing. Just used to it. Used to get stabbed. That's what I'm thinking. I said, well, I got to take my first stab, man, when I get back here. I got to get stabbed. I'm trying to set myself up to get stabbed because I know you got to get stabbed when you go to jail. So I got to set myself up to get stabbed. Police told me, come on, let's go. So they got me walking in. You know that walk, y'all. That's that shackle and head. That shackle and handcuff walk. That ain't no fun walk. So when that door opened up, and I look in there, I say, ain't no way this G. These niggas in here having fun. I mean, they was playing talk over here for Hooters and Noodles. They was over here partying up and down on live Facebook and Jake. I said, this ain't bad up though. I might be all right until I got to my spot. Now, yeah, I told y'all, they say I'm a soft criminal, so they ain't gonna put me in no killers, no murderers. Sat down, deck of cards came through. Deck of cards is worth a lot of money in jail. A $2 deck of cards will keep people off your back. And an ice and white hunter bun, they'll keep you off you. I'm gonna tell you something. If I ever had to spend time in jail, send me boxes of honey bun. So I went to use the bathroom because I was scared because I saw a big dude walk by. He gave me a nickname I wasn't comfortable with. Nigga walked by his chest like this and legs and his arms. Called me Nunu. He said hey to everybody else in there. What's up, Al? What's up, Carl? You must be Nunu. I couldn't say nothing back, he was big. So what I did, the first thing I did, went to the bathroom. I had to do 3 days. But I know I wasn't dudes in there, but I had no choice. So I went to the bathroom, I had to dudes real bad. I went to the bathroom. I sat on that commode. And like an onion sausage wrap when I... So I said, I got to figure out how not to let them mess with me tonight. So I ain't wipe all the way. I just pat that ass. You know how women do it, they just pat it. That's what I did, I took and patted. Look at the tissue, leave a little bit on there, put it in the thing, flush. Come on now, stick it butt. I had to stick it butt. As I was walking back, I said, if you bust this butt open, you'll close it right back, I guarantee you. See what? Call it patty butt. I didn't grow up with a lot. I ain't have much growing up. A lot of us didn't. A lot of us didn't grow up with much. We're not talking to y'all right now. Y'all got our 40 acres and our mule. Betty, I'm just playing. Don't you deduct my pay. Don't you deduct it. Shout out DNC Trucking, man. Shout out Dennis. Came out to support your boy tonight. Growing up, I didn't have much. How many of us grew up in the house? Yeah, mama, not daddy, uncle, another uncle, auntie, all her children. Granddaddy, cousin, there's a bunch of people in one house, one heater. I didn't grow up with a lot. So you had to learn how to survive. And how you survive when you ain't got much, you had to steal sometimes. You don't know nothing about that, do you? Keep looking at me. Yeah, baby. Yeah. He didn't steal. We don't know anything about that. My auntie used to have that book of. My auntie used to have that book of food stamps. You come on the card now. But y'all remember the food stamps that look like money? Shit. Man, I used to get me a piece of them by every day. I used to steal. See, my aunt used to keep her pocketbook with her all the time, right here. Soon as you just hit that pocketbook down, get me a stamp. Lived in the house, we had to portion food out. Don't be last in line there. Have a pile of pork chop, my cousin Ebony used to feed me in the dark. Let me tell you something. Had a pile of pork chop, you got 17 people, 16 pieces of pork chop. Why was I always last in line? I told you I was gonna get you. I told you I was gonna get you. I used to be third. Go to the back. This is a big one. I'm sick. There's another big. Go to the back. By the time I get to the pork chop, wasn't none left. Told you. Well, we grew up, you know, in the 50s and 60s. In the 50s and 60s, I'm going to preach a little bit. In the 50s and 60s, man, we had family then. Everybody was home. The man go to work, come home. Mama raised the kids. Mama stay home. If daddy cheat, mama know where daddy was cheating at. He know she right down the street at Miss Gladys' house. Mama knew that. Mama go knock to Miss Gladys' door. Ernest seen that? Ernest will holler at the back room. I ain't in here. Go home. something, nigga. In the 70s, that when reefer came. That when we were. Nigga was pimping. Nigga see a snake and be cool about it. Well, a snake, nigga. I was in the 70s. In the 80s, still had weed. Something else came about that we talked about earlier. Crack. Any 80s babies in here? All of us got a little crack in our system. We were born with it. Couldn't help it. But see, in the 90s, it was something bigger that came. In the 90s, something big came. It was a big epidemic, huh? Roaches. Roaches came like a thief in the night. Roaches came like Jesus said he coming back. Roaches came. I mean, we had roaches, y'all. We had the roaches. We sitting there watching Days of Our Lives. The roach come across the middle of the teeth. How many of y'all had roaches growing up? Make some noise. For the ones who didn't say nothing, you had roaches, just didn't know you ain't had. Just didn't know you ain't have. They was there. Y'all roaches was trained. They just came out when it was their turn. Y'all had the roaches when you turn the bathroom light on, they be huddled up. Yeah. Girl asked me at school, my mama wants to know before I come to your house, do you have roaches? I said, no. Roaches got us. It's way more of them than it is. Some of y'all had sedated roaches. As soon as the cornbread come out the thing, you know, you walk out the kitchen and the roach decides, I'm going to climb across the cornbread. I'm going to titty my way across the corn and stop in the middle. It's stinging. We had those roaches. But we used to be in the store, man. The girl talked so much trash to me, like I ain't saw her mama in Walmart with a can of Raid in line. You know, your mama had that Raid too. My mama used to buy them out. My mama and my Aunt Cat. Y'all shout out my Aunt Cat. That's my mama baby sister. They used to have Dollar General bag dragging out of their Raid. Half of them was stolen. You spray the house out. That wasn't enough for the roaches we had, though. Our roaches was smart. We started spraying Raid, roaches going to different rooms. Start going in that room, roaches be piled up in the bathroom, like, what the hell he doing? Say, fuck me. So we had to get smart. So we had to come up with the roach bomb. Anybody know what the roach bomb is? Y'all know the roach? The roach bomb is something that you say. You pull the pin. And it gets rid of the roaches. You put it in each room. You understand? Thank you. Only thing about the roach bomb, we didn't read the package. And you got to read when you're buying something special like that. We didn't read it. So what we did, we had 8 bombs. Am I lying? Auntie, am I lying? We had 8 bombs. We put 3 in the kitchen. one in the bathroom, one in each room, living room and everything. We set the bombs off. Pow! Everybody went to bed. We didn't read the box. My uncle woke up, he was dead. My auntie woke up, she was blind in her left eye. We called EMS, meanwhile, all the roaches standing up on the bank with their arm folded up. I don't know what the hell they were thinking about. We're going in the smoke clears. Y'all awesome crowd, man. I love y'all for real. Y'all give yourself a hand, man. Y'all really surprised me tonight, man. I love y'all. I know that's right. I didn't get my pants hem right there. I tried to get them out. All right, we going there? I ain't going there. That ain't in my writing. To my LGBTQ, you don't even know the letters. You messed the whole community up. The LGBTQ, how many G's in there? He don't even know the element of B. Element of B. Well, my granddaddy in Swansea had a bunch of land. Am I right about it? All right. Had a bunch of land. 7 acres. 7 acres of land. Had tomatoes, field peas, snap bean. Y'all know snap peas? A little bit of cotton. Pat that ass, pat it, pat it, pat it, pat that. My granddaddy had a lot of land. And see, my grandmama, she used to want to cook while he was out there. And granddaddy just didn't like no cold food. If granddaddy got cold food when he get back, grandmama, I want hot food when I come back in. So he came out that field one day. He had the food sitting there. She set the food down. Who clapping? Ain't that time to clap yet. Had the plate down there. Granddaddy came in there and tested the food. Y'all know how we test food. Just like we test y'all women. With our finger. I think that's a little yeast. But he tested food. He tell my grandmama, look here. Food cold, I don't want no cold food. I'm going back out in this field. I get back in this field, and I get back, that food better be hot. I don't care what you got to do, figure it out. So my grandmama had newspaper. She throw newspaper on there and light it on fire. They had wood stove, they ain't no electricity or nothing. They ain't no meat, they ain't had no meat or nothing. All they had was vegetables. He had cabbage and mixed vegetables on the plate, that's all they had. Throw wood up on there and light it. So it's sizzling now. So she called his name out. Come on back here, your food ready. He come marching at the field. Why all old men walk like they got something wrong with their butt when they get old? Their butt goes, they got thyroids and hemorrhoids. He come run out the field. Right? Yeah. Making them noisy. So by the time he got back, he touched the food. Still cold. Hey, get my food together. Get my food together. I need it together now. He went back out in the field. So grandma was trying to figure this thing out. She said, how am I going to get this food hot? Grandma had a light bulb come on in her head. Grandma said, you know what? Grandma put them big white drawers down like my wife got. I'm gonna get it hot. Pull them down to her knee. And she put that thing on that food. Kick her leg out. She said, I'll hold it for him till he gets you. So Grandma sat there till she heard that screen open up. Yeah. She got up. She had cabbage and beans and everything stuck up in her head. She just, pat that ass, pat that ass, pat that ass, pat. So Granddaddy came in there. Granddaddy said, oh, steam coming off that summer. Ah! Put a piece of cabbage in his mouth. Y'all know what y'all do when y'all put hot food in your mouth? He grabbed one piece of cone and put it in his mouth. He went down there, he smelled it. He said, you know, the food hot, but I'm confused about something. She said, what's that? He said, I smell the fish, but where it at? I wrote that about 2 weeks ago. All you churchgoers make some noise. Y'all don't want to go to church? Churchgoers make me sick. I ain't saying it like that, Mount Pleasant, St. James. I ain't saying nothing crazy. New Life, I love y'all. Know I love y'all. But church people, huh? Nah, I done been to Bible with DD. You can drink liquor in the pews. And Bible way, I got drunk as a skunk. Bible way. I love going there. Get drunk before the football game come on. Now, black people church a little different from y'all church. You believe that? Y'all go to church at 6 in the morning, 6:30, y'all home. Black people go to church 10 o'clock in the morning. 3 o'clock, 2 weeks later, yeah. We don't know when to come out of church. But I love going to church, man. I like going to funerals sometimes. No, reason being, I like to see them fake people come in their funeral. There's always one lady that don't know who laying there. She go to everybody's funeral. There's a lady from my neighborhood that does that all the time. Anytime a celebrity die and somebody from your neighborhood go to their funeral, you know, but I love church. Church ain't bad. You know, you pass the collection plate round, white church, pass it one time. They don't put no pressure on you. You don't have it, I give for you. Somebody will come up and give you $1 for you. You can give $1 in a black church. They'll pass it right back to you. Here. I saw when you opened your wallet, nigga. But I love that though. I love it. If I go to church, if I go to your church and your pastor got a regular car, I don't want to go there. Because he need money. He broke. Who wants a broke pastor in the church? He gonna take Sam collections up. See when your pastor got a little money? Pay your tithe. I'm gonna give him to God. Don't know how he get there. But he gonna give him to God. But a broke pastor, I ain't going there. He need money. I remember going to a funeral. Matter of fact, my granddaddy's funeral. My mama was tore up. Lord, it make me mad when it's time to view the body. The line be wrapped around the church to view the body. And who holding the line up? My mama up there laying down. Face down on the ground. Talking about she want to go. All right. I sent a text message to the Reverend. I said, why don't y'all pick her up and put her in there? And watch how she fights you getting back out. But think about the church. It was a man out in the woods, out in the country. You know, you got a lot of funeral homes in the country like Will It Be? Will It Be out in the country? A lot of funeral homes. The man got stuck right by a funeral home. Car broke down. It was raining, sleet. He got out the car. He saw the funeral home over there. He said, I'm going to go and get him some help. I can't leave it at night. So I'm going to have to stay somewhere. So the man knocked on the door. Black man comes to the door. You know, the funeral home, they had the top button up. They're always ready to bury you. So the man said, you know, I need a place to stay, man. My car broke down, and I can't go nowhere tonight, man. It's late. So the man said, you know what? He go to Key. Go down there and get in the second one to the right and go to sleep. The man went downstairs with a casket. He said, no, I ain't sleeping in there. He came back upstairs. He said, I'm not sleeping in no casket. He said, hey, look, I sleep in caskets all the time, bro. That's the most comfortable sleep you're going to ever get. So he agreed he ain't had nowhere else to go. And you know, we lie. Black folk, we lie. Y'all know that. Somebody lied before they got here. Am I lying? Somebody lying about being here tonight. We lie bad. So he went down there, laid in that casket. So the man who let him down there, his old lady called. He said, I got the small drawers on tonight, baby. Come on home. So he left. Went on home wide open. Him and his old lady did what they did. And what happened, fellas, as we do what we do. He fell asleep. Forgot he got a man down there laying in the casket. So the funeral home opened the next morning, the boss called. Hey, man, you late for work? Oh, Lord, he hotel went to the place. Got in there. He said, hey, man, did you let that man out of casket number 2 down there? He said, no, I ain't let him out of casket number 2. Casket number 2 got cremated this morning. He said, man, you mean to tell me you cremated a man that was alive? He said, well, you know what? That man told me he was alive. But you know how niggas be lying. So my auntie was at church. She think everything is a blessing. Some black people think teach y'all something. Some black folk think everything is a blessing to them. Everything. Melly Mel, where you at? Some people think everything. Some black folk think everything is a blessing to them, which is a lie. Everything is not a blessing. But you live with black folk, that's a blessing. The lights went out. Lord, that's just a blessing in the sky. You ain't paid your light bill. Who is we? So one day the preacher preaching good. God. Y'all know how the preacher do. He preaching good. My auntie see $20 bill hanging out of the pocket. You know, sometimes you get them pockets, you have a little bill hanging out your pocket. She saw a $50 bill hanging out of her pocket. And she sitting back there looking. And she saying to herself, while he was preaching, jumping up and down. God, you know, the phone bill need to be paid. So preacher jumping up and down. jumping up and down. And that $50 bill fell out of his pocket. God, you know what? You know what, God? God, you know what? Yeah, come on. God, you know what? That's my money. I'm comedian Jake Staley.